This is the #1 lady in AmeriPlan. She happens to be a very good friend of Deborah and myself. In fact, we have her up on our social website, her and her husband Kenny and Deborah and I, when we was in Quebec, one of those top producer trips the company sent us on. You know, I have to say, AmeriPlan has a lot of style. Usually when you go on a trip, you have to pay some type of registration, but on AmeriPlan trips, we arrive, and when we register, they give us cash. So it's an amazing kind of a thing. But Lorene and I go back many years. As a matter of fact, I remember meeting her a long time ago, and what stood out about her to me is we met on a holiday, and she had the same work ethic as I did. You know, where other people was busy watching basketball and football and baseball, she was out there eating ribs and stuff. She was out there working, Jack. And I said, let me go out and see what manner of lady is this. And I met her, and we immediately became very good friends. So I want to tell you, she's extraordinary. She's an author. She just came out with an awesome book that's selling like hotcakes. She's opened up many times for Les Brown. In fact, they just did a seminar together just a few weeks ago. I can go on and on and on, but let me tell you, she is the only AmeriPlan legend. The company came out with a contest within a year or two after we signed up, and they had these parameters and everything that almost nobody could do. And lo and behold, Lorene Brown did it. So she's officially the AmeriPlan legend. She's a national vice president. There's only about 10, 11, or 12 at the most national vice presidents in the company. She's a distinguished member of the Millionaires Club. Every time Deborah and I visit New York and New Jersey, they pick us up in a different Mercedes. I know last time we was on Broadway, Deborah, what play was that? I can't remember the play, but it was an Academy Award winner. There you go, rolling up in a new Mercedes. So this is a young lady that we all can learn from. People have paid thousands of dollars actually to attend some of her lectures and everything. And you're talking about a lady with a heart. Every morning she gets up at 6:30 in the morning and does a prayer card, because she really cares about helping people. With no further ado, let me present to you the one and only AmeriPlan legend from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Lorene Brown Watkins.
Kenny and I met, was a blind date, and a friend of ours been trying to get us together for a couple of years, and it finally all, worked itself out, and we met, and exactly a year later, he couldn't resist, so we got married.
But what's funny about it, though, I had about 3 or 4 other friends that tried to introduce me to a young lady, and it was Lorene over about 3 or 4 years. Same lady. So it's just we were like destined to hook up and to get together, because it seemed like for 3 or 4 years they were trying their best to meet this young lady, and finally ended up getting together.
My background, for 25 years I've been involved in network marketing as a profession, actually as a career. And prior to that I was a computer programmer, and I'm also a motivational speaker.
Well, I was a vice president for a major bank, and I ran the operations for the United States and the Caribbean. So I was busy on the go quite a bit, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed what I did.
So I heard about AmeriPlan and about 8 years ago, and was totally sold on the benefit aspect of it, and said yes, and the rest is history. Mm-hmm. This is my 5th company in 25 years, because network marketing is a career for me, and I didn't leave those companies left me. Because they weren't solid, they weren't planning on being around, they didn't care about the needs of the salespeople that were part of their organizations, and some companies just interested in just making a quick buck and just leaving. So we were looking for a home and found a home with AmeriPlan, and AmeriPlan has truly delivered on a promise. When we first got started with AmeriPlan, we beat all company records. We got to the top position in the marketing plan, which is National Sales Director. We did that in about 120 days. 5 months later, we were at $50,000 a year in residual income. I kind of took off about 2 years or so to help both my grandparents before they passed on, and didn't do too much recruiting or anything like that, but our income jumped from $50,000 to $90-something thousand a year, based on just building the foundation within the first 4 months that I got started in the business. In the real world, there was no way possible that I've been able to do that and still keep the income coming in. Jump back in the game about 3 years later, and income went well over $100,000. Today, we're right at the brink close to $250,000 a year in lifetime residual income. Where we headed within the next 12 months or so is probably, $300,000 a year. Over the years, I've always told people that looking for a good opportunity, that the best time to get involved in any company is within the first 2 to 3 years of its inception, during its growth spurt. But AmeriPlan is different. AmeriPlan is 14 years old, going on 15 years old, and a person still have an opportunity to be in sub-basement opportunity. Because the industry is huge, because this country is in a major healthcare crisis. We're basically ahead of a major trend that's getting ready to flat out explode with what we have here with consumer-driven healthcare. And we're truly, we always like to appeal to each and every person. Even when we got started 8 years ago, the average person probably thought, well, this is already, saturated. You can't have something saturated when people always need tea.
And what's nice about AmeriPlan is the system is clear and it's real. So the system, you just tell people to follow the system. That's what we try to get them to follow the system. It doesn't matter, what color you are, what age you are, how tall or how skinny you are, how big you are. If you come in and follow the system, it'll work. And we have a gentleman in our organization that's blind, and we tell people that. He's blind, he's never seen a brochure, never seen any literature at all, but he's making income with AmeriPlan. Again, it's about vision. He has a vision even though he's unable to see. Basically, Lorene and I are very busy because we work heavily within the church. So Lorene is the youth director for our church. I run the administrative of sports, basketball, and things for young people. So heavily involved with young people. I do a mentoring program with young men in the inner city. It's important that young men stand up, and AmeriPlan is a good vehicle for them. So I always try to show them other opportunities out there. So, and I go visit the sick in hospitals, and it's important. The elderly, unable to get out. So we go and sometimes we give them communion. We go and pray for them. We try to get them to look at some of the other things that are going wrong. If they need cleaning in the house, or maybe just a support or a team just to come and visit them. So we sit and we talk with them and we visit with them and work with them. It's so important, and they just love it to death.
I can't help everybody as much as I would like to, so I decided about 3 years ago to start a prayer line. And I said I need to direct people to where I go for my strength. And I just said, let me just start this prayer line at 6:30 every morning. And surprisingly enough, we have a couple hundred people every single morning, every single day of the week. We have a prayer line for people that's in AmeriPlan, not just in our organization, but anyone. And what ended up happening, a lot of those people invite other people on the line. And we're really seeing that God is truly blessing. And, we hear people having great success. We're there for people when people die, weddings. So it's like a family that we basically have starting off early in the morning. Right on the 18th of the month.
That's right.
We have an awesome team. Our philosophy is to make sure that, find out what their goals and dreams are, and to help them to get whatever it is that they want bad enough, because it's automatic that we're going to get what we want. So we're in the building dreams and building stories as far as our team is concerned. And we're just passionate about the people that we have on our team, because I'm convinced that every single person that comes into the business, that we literally have people's lives in the palm of our hands and their families in the palm of their hands. And just like we, able to just sleep at night and rest peacefully, knowing that God forbid something was to happen to one of us, that our families would be taken care of, that's how passionate and how desperate we feel about the people that are on our team, because we want them to have that same experience, knowing that they do not have to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be okay if they just do what they have to do today.